Anambra State government restates resolve to transform state and local government system. Stakeholders in Ayamelum's constituency back Anambra Assembly Speaker Okafor for re-election. Federal government target to increase nation's forest by 25%. Russian forces intensify bombardment of southern Ukrainian port of Odessa. Before the news in details, here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the news. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Anambra State Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Honorable Tony Collins Nwabunwanne, in continuation of his familiarization tour of the 21 local government areas of the state, has visited Onitsha North and South local government areas. Njideka Okoye, who covered the visit, reports that on arrival at Onitsha South Council area, Honorable Nwabunwanne was welcomed with a solidarity song by the staff and management of the council. We have details from our studio.
Commissioner Nwabunwanne was accompanied to the visit by the Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, LGSC, Sir Peter Egente, his Secretary, Barrister Stan Nwata, Local Government Service Pension Board, Mrs. Gloria Obiora Ibezim, President Norge Anambra, Comrade Adiwe Chikwelo, and Chief Mike Ikechukwu. Addressing the gathering, Honorable Nwabunwanne, who said that the essence of the visit was to familiarize himself with the staff of the council, restated the commitment of Governor Chukwuma Soludo in bringing positive turnaround in the local government system, reminding them that teamwork is essential to achieving greater development. Commissioner Nwabunwanne reassured them that the government of Professor Soludo is to return to the local government system everything that belongs to them, including allocation, IGR, payment rule, promotion, among others, assuring that pension and gratuity of staff will be paid as and when due, and advised them to be dedicated to duty and give the administration of Professor Soludo their maximum support for the good of all. At Onitsha North local government area, Commissioner Nwabunwanne assured them of training and retraining of staff and equipment with modern facilities for optimal performance.
Sometimes they don't come to work. It's not because they don't want to come to work, but then you find out that they don't even have a job to do. They are not engaged. So these are the problems we are trying to address.
On his part, the Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Sir Egente, thanked God that solution to their problems is here and charged the staff to have a change of attitude, hoping that all the promises should be actualized.
They expect us to deliver, service, come to work, do your work well, and that is what they expect us to do.
Contributing, the President Norge Anambra State, Comrade Chikwelo, Secretary Local Government Pension Board, Mrs. Obiora Ibezim, and Secretary Local Government Service Commission, Barrister Nwata, stated that Local Government Commissioner is ready to work with Governor Soludo to bring total transformation in the local government system, urging them to support the present administration in actualizing new Anambra. In their separate remarks, the head of service local government Onitsha South, Mr. Linus Iwuchukwu, and his Onitsha North counterpart, Mrs. Edith Enuka, expressed happiness over the good packages the administration of Governor Soludo has for them and thanked the commissioner for the visit, noting that it was first in the history of local government service that a commissioner will be having face-to-face interaction with his staff and promised their unalloyed support. From Onitsha, Njideka Okoye, ABS News.
Anambra State Commissioner for Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Barrister Anthony Ifanya, has assured government's commitment towards creating a conducive environment for all investors and addressing legitimate grievances of host communities most impacted by extractive industries. Barrister Ifanya gave the assurance when Oguaniocha Progressive Youth Association, Obara Council area, paid him a courtesy visit at Jerome Udoje State Secretariat, Oka. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibota filed on this report, taken from her.
Barrister Ifeanya promised to explore all avenues of peace to address all the problems between investors and host communities of oil and other mineral resources in accordance with the Petroleum Industry Acts for the interest of making Anambra State a haven of industrialization as envisioned by Governor Chukwuma Soludo. He stressed the need for peaceful and harmonious coexistence between oil host communities and licensees, and by extension performing its corporate social responsibilities, which include provision of social amenities to host communities and employment, among others.
It takes two to tango. Two people cannot work unless they are doing. And that is what we are going to do. Make sure that we are doing so that we work harmoniously. We need them and they need us. Yes. And together we can make it. My assurance to you is that we will do all that we must do.
Earlier, the Oguaniocha Progressive Youth Association, led by the President General, Mr. Shedi Eze, and other stakeholders, made their cases on how some industries are abusing the community of their resources without reaching them, nor the communities benefiting from them in any means. They called for state government's intervention in the community, adding that most of the community members have been rendered homeless as a result of conflict emanating from the exploitation.
I didn't recognize Oguaniocha till today. Ramarani, they have not given us 10 kobo dies since 2014 that they came to Oguaniocha. They have not given us die, even Miri, so even at Kigbe Palace, no way.
In Oka, Emmanuel Shibata, ABS News.
The people of Ayamelum local government area have stated in strong terms that there is no political zoning existing in the area, as they endorsed the Speaker of Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, for another tenure in view of his effective representation. The endorsements came from all the groups in all the 8 towns in Ayamelum Council areas, such as the Ayamelum Leaders of Thought, Ayamelum Traditional Rulers Council, Abga Ayamelum Local Government Area, as well as Ayamelum Youths, among others. House of Assembly correspondent Chukwuemeka Modelim has details.
Speaking to journalists in Oka, the chairman of Ayamelum Leaders of Thought, Chief Tony Chinedu, disclosed that Ayamelum stands to gain a lot, including retaining the speakership of Anambra State House of Assembly if Right Honorable Okafor returns to the House. Chief Chinedu revealed there is no zoning arrangement for the local government area as far as Ayamelum Leaders of Thought are concerned, stressing that the people of Ayamelum have never come together to agree on zoning, and disclosed that in a recent meeting of Ayamelum Leaders of Thought held in Oka, the local government agreed that the 3 political zones in the area should retain the political offices they occupy, and that the local government will meet after 2023 general elections to agree on modalities for zoning.
His position as the Speaker has helped us so much in ensuring that peace was restored in Ayamelum. Everybody in Anambra State must have known that in just the recent past, Ayamelum was in crisis. 2 big communities in Ayamelum were fighting. Bloods were left, many people were killed, over 150 buildings were burnt down. It was because he was the Speaker that he intervened, and using that position, we were able to penetrate the government.
In his reaction, an indigene of Ayamelum local government area, Chief Paul Odenibo, maintained that the people of Ayamelum are supporting Right Honorable Okafor for another tenure based on their recent agreement, coupled with the fact that he will use his position as ranking member of the House to attract more projects to the constituency, and urged those working to scuttle the agreement of the local government to respect it for the benefit of the people.
We met at In Oka here, King David, I think so, King David. This time, it was no longer Abga's meeting, it was Ayamemu leaders of pop meeting. Allow the status quo to remain. The Central Holy Council Chairman did not stay with your House of Assembly. Meanwhile, somebody from the South has been appointed commissioner for petroleum. We agreed that after the election, this election, 2023 election, we shall sit down again and resume their positions.
In his remarks, the chairman of Ayamelum Traditional Rulers Council and the traditional ruler of Omase, Igwe Benjamin Okeji, announced that they have endorsed Right Honorable Okafor for another term so that Ayamelum constituency will continue to enjoy his quality representation.
He tried all he can do to see that our people are being, to see that our people are not neglected and abandoned by this government. We only hammer on one peculiar problem, but he did not even explain everything he has been doing. Don't worry, hear them, man.
In their separate speeches, the immediate past Transition Committee Chairman, Ayamelum Local Government Area, Mr. Benjamin Onyabo, and the President General of Ifitogwari Town Union, Mr. Oliver Okonkwo, threw their weights behind the aspiration of Right Honorable Okafor in view of the fact that he has done exceedingly well, while the chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance in Ayamelum Local Government Area, Mr. Levinus Onyenwe, also endorsed him for another tenure because of his wonderful performances, adding that he is instrumental to the ongoing construction of Onisha, Aguleri, Omo, Adani Road project by the state government. In Oka, it's been Chukwuemeka Modelem, ABS News.
Bishop Moses Okoye of our Lord's Victory Covenant Mission Worldwide, Enugu Umuawolo, in Oka South Local Government Area, has described the Feast of Passover as a celebration of deliverance from bondage. Bishop Okoye stated this when the Sabbath Mission celebrated its Feast of Passover and Unleavened Bread at the Umuawolo branch of the mission. We have details.
He explained that the Feast of Passover is a command from God to his children and prayed that he answers the prayers of all that attended the event. Bishop Okoye also prayed for Governor Chukwuma Soludo, asking God to help him achieve his vision of making Anambra State great.
Passover o mgbe Chineke ji agabigara ndị nke ihe ọjọọ, mgbe Chineke ji eme ka nwere onwe ruo ndị nke aka. Chineke gwara anyị okwu kwesị ka anyị na-eme ya na ncheta nke ya wụ Chineke. Ana m ayọkwana Chineke ka Chineke nwee ike chekọtara ha for the 8 days mana ha ga-anọ ebe a ha na-ekpe ekpere na-ayọ ka Chineke nakọtara ha dịka na-ayọ Chineke ka ọ nakọtara m Anambra steeti na ndị na Anambra steeti n'ime na-enekọta Soludo nwanne anyị nwoke Chineke kwawatara ebe a anyị na-ayọ Chukwu ka o were obi ọcha ya gbaa nwatakịrị ahụ mee kụzierie otu o si achịkọta Anambra steeti mee ka Anambra steeti nwekwa ike tọwa ụtọ kwesị ntụkwasị obi ihe ọma isi na ya pụtawa maka na Anambra steeti bụkwa n'isi Igbo na ndị ebe a ka a na-ene onye ọbụla na-eneje anya so na ọkwa Chineke ka anyị na-ayọ ka ọ kụzierie otu o si eje duo onye dịka o duru Moses na mgbe ebi gara aga n'aha Jizọs.
For Apostle Clifford Anwumaka from Uli Branch, the Feast of Passover has many benefits for those who adhere to its tenet. He found that what he called undue quest for materialism among the youths and advised them to rather seek God and his righteousness, and he will bless them with material things.
Chineke commended Israel na ndị na-efe ka ha na-eme n'ọnwụ ncheta a ga na-eme nke na ncheta tili throughout our generation. Anyị pụtara ụwa hụ ya terukwenu mgbe a bara Sabat anyị na-eme ka mgbe na-ahụkwa n'ihe na-ahụ na Chineke na-adị ndụ.
Also speaking, Comrade David Neji said the event offers the members the opportunity for conviviality, a chance to worship God and receive answers to their prayers.
From Ebere, na abụ ka anyị na-eji wee na-arịọ Chineke otuto ihe na-agakwara anyị nke ọma so ndị nọkwa n'akụkụ onwe fil eme nwere ihe ọjọọ ma nwere ihe ebe ọjọọ etinyere aka kama ọ wọta ishiri gaa Jehova nso wee kpọọ ya oku ihe ọma na-eme na ndụ gị.
In their separate remarks, other members, Mother Chidimma Onyejekwe, Apostle Ifani Oji, Elder Jerry Moma, and Apostle Oliver Agogo described Passover as an everlasting covenant between God and his worshippers, which God instructed his children to always observe throughout their generation. The event, which attracted members of the Sabbath mission from within and outside Nigeria, featured special prayers, among other side attractions.
President Muhammad Buhari has said that Nigeria has successfully forested over 6 million hectares of land through the Green Bond project, while targeting to increase the nation's forest cover to 25% in line with the global best practices. President Buhari noted that the 25% target was in fulfillment of a pledge at the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September 2019 of planting 25 million trees towards achieving restoration of degraded forest reserves and other landscapes nationwide. He added that his regime, in partnership with the World Bank, expended enormous resources to establish agricultural development programs in all the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. He said his government has expanded projected areas by creating 10 additional national parks, including 2 marine protected areas cutting across the various ecological zones of the country. Checkers Africa Limited, makers of Checkers Custard, has signed the Nollywood actor Mike Ezuronye as Checkers Custard brand ambassador. The event, which took place at Top Rank Hotel Asaba, attracted Checkers Custard distributors from all over the East, the Checkers family, and the dignitaries from all walks of life. Ogochukwu Orano has details.
In a speech, the Managing Director of Checkers Africa Limited, Mr. Karim Checker, said the gathering was to celebrate success, progress, quality delivery and partnerships, explaining that Mike Ezuronye was picked because he represents all that they stand for: uncompromising, quality and consistency. Mr. Checker said with the active participation of Mike Ezuronye, Checkers Custard will once again woo Nigerians, as Mike got the talent, attention and numbers, pointing out that the partnership will touch every household across the length and breadth of the country. The Checkers Africa Limited MD said Checkers Custard is a mix of nourishment and super content, satisfying, filling and a top brand, announcing the new Checkers Custard Choco added to those in market, including Checkers Custard Vanilla Flavor, banana and milk Checkers Custard, packaged to be accessible to all.
Quality is the one thing which we as Checkers Africa Limited believe that stands different from other things. So the quality of raw materials, the good manufacturing practices what we follow in the factory, and the quality of packaging raw materials what we buy is the world class. So our quality stands different from other custards in the market.
In an acceptance speech, the celebrity Mike Ezuronye said he was quite impressed with the quality, packaging, flavor and consistency of the Checkers Custard brand. Added that the company did a thorough research and came with a quality control, assuring that the partnership will further expand the product. Mr. Ezuronye, who disclosed his appetite, thanked Checkers Africa Limited for choosing him and Nigerians for investing in Checkers Custard.
The custard has spoken well for itself in the Nigerian market and of course beyond. It's a custard that's, of course, the ingredients, the flavors, the, everything, the vitamins in it, everything here. Look at the packaging. You must agree with me, lots of custard packaging, they don't come this class, this nice. I'd like to say thank you so much for choosing Checkers Custard. Thank you so much for investing in this and believing in this brand, because you wouldn't put your money down if you don't believe in it.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Wet sampling by the brand ambassador, signing of an endorsement deal, presentation of ambassadorial plug, cutting of cake and toast with mic and distributors featured during the event. From Top Rank Hotel Galaxy, Asaba,
Ogochukwu Orano for ABS News.
And on the foreign scene, Russian forces have pounded the southern Ukrainian port of Odessa with missiles, killing one person, as Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky called on the international community to take immediate steps to end the Russian blockade of the country's ports in order to allow wheat shipments and prevent a global food crisis. In Odessa, the major Black Sea port for exporting agricultural products, missiles hit a shopping center and a depot, killing one person and injuring 5 others. Ukraine's armed forces said video footages from the scene showed fire and rescue workers combing through piles of rubble, dousing steel smoking wreckage. Ukraine and its allies have intensified efforts to unblock ports to provide alternate routes for exporting its significant crops of grain, wheat and corn, a lifeline for many countries relying on these tables. European Council President Charles Michel visited Odessa, and his meeting with Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal was interrupted by a missile attack. People from all walks of life came from far and near to pay their last respect to late Mrs. Christiana Ekwono at her country home, Ofianta village in Sube, Anambra East. Late Mrs. Ekwono, aged 90, was the mother of a former managing director of the Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Mr. Ben Ekwono. Njideka Okoye has details.
Delivering a homily during a funeral mass held in her honor at St. John the Baptist Catholic Church in Sube, an indigenous priest, Reverend Father Emmanuel Anyansi, who anchored his message on resurrection of Christ and poor in heart, noted that Christ has taught man about the resurrection of the dead and stressed the importance of holding mass for the dead, describing the deceased as a humble and devoted Christian who desired to make heaven and called on the children to tow her path. Speaking later, the first son of the deceased, Dr. Emeka Ekwono, and the first daughter, Mrs. Franca Ekwono Omenoko, described their mother as a good woman, a role model, and a strong fellow who labored to build her home and brought them where they are today, and thanked all who came to commiserate with them.
She's a good Christian. And that's why we all come. Oh, she all struggle. All the 90 years, I'm 70 something. Oh, we're all adults. I'm worrying about them. So, my bosses, let us follow the legacies of our father and mother who trained us well.
We mourn her like a mother, a warrior. She was everything, a woman of inestimable value. What did she not do in life to make this family stand? But we give God all the glory for a life well lived.
One of her sons and a former managing director of ABS, Mr. Ben Ekwono, and his brother, Mr. Uchenna Ekwono, said their mother was a disciplinarian who taught them not to pursue a life in a hurry and be prayerful, promising to keep her legacies alive.
She was kind to us. She didn't want to drag us around, so she just had her meals and joined our ancestors. So all I say, to God is the glory, and we should keep the candle lit by our parents burning. They left us good legacies.
Her daughter, Mrs. Bibian Okoye, and one of her grandchildren, Mr. Charles Ekwono, said it was a celebration of life as she died at the age of 90, lamenting that she would be greatly missed. The burial featured dance by the Catholic Women Organization and condolences by relations, in-laws, ABS family, both serving and retired, including a former Director, News and Current Affairs, Mr. Patrick Ikediwe, Director, Legal Services, Barrister Juliet Amasiato, Director of Engineering, Mr. Paul Okoye, among others, as well as friends and well-wishers. From Nsube, Njideka Okoye, ABS News.
And that's just about it on the news. But before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Anambra State Government has restated resolve to transform state-local government system. Stakeholders in Ayamelum constituency are backing Anambra Assembly Speaker Okafor for re-election. Federal government is targeting to increase nation's forest by 25%. Russian forces have intensified bombardment of southern Ukrainian port of Odessa. Here's the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Good morning.